Okay, I'm going to do a tutorial today on how to make these double thickness pot holders or trivets. You can use them, you can fold them over, use them as a pot holder like this. It is done with cotton yarn. It is double thickness, but it's all sewn in one section. You start with a chain that will be the length from your diagonal to your diagonal. So it just depends on how big you want. This is approximately 7-8 inches. And I think I chained 25-30, something like that, with a K hook. And then you work, I'm going to show you here in the tutorial, you work until the two edges meet right here. And then you seam that with a needle right down the center. Okay? Alright, well, we're going to get started on the tutorial. Okay, we're going to get started with a size K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter hook, slip knot. Like I said, you're going to chain as many as you want the diagonal of your trivet. So, you know, have a yardstick handy or a ruler to decide how long you want your, I'm sorry, I'm counting 5, how long you want your trivet. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to make, I'm just going to do a very small diagonal just to show you how quick they work up. Now, that one last night took me roughly an hour. You know, you've got a lot of stitches. That's all single crochet. And I'm using cotton, like I said. For a trivet, you don't want to really use acrylic because if it's a super hot pan, it's going to melt your yarn because acrylic is, after all, plastic. So use a natural fiber, wool or something. Now, if you're going to wash it, you can wash wool, but just remember if you dry it, it's going to felt and it's going to shrink, which might be what you're going for, and that's fine too. The cotton works up really nice, really quick. You can get quite a bit of cotton yarn for next to nothing on the big spools. So anyhow, once you get your diagonal length in a chain, okay, you're going to single crochet clear down to the other end. All right, go ahead and do that and I'll meet you down there. Okay, so I've single crocheted in every stitch of my beginning chain. I'm down here at the end and I'm going to flip this up straight up and down vertically and look at it. I went in and I did one single crochet in that end chain, my beginning chain. So I'm going to put another one in there. So that makes 2 in that end chain. Because what I'm doing is merely turning the corner. Now I'm going to turn this, keeping the right side towards me. I didn't flip it like we normally would in a crochet because we want all of our X's or all of our single crochets on the front. Now, get this to where you can see it. We're going to go down this back side, and you have you can see your stitches on this end, but we're needing to go in every stitch down here and meet back at this end. Okay, do that. 1 single crochet per stitch. Okay, so I'm down to my other end. I've got my first row of single crochet that was in my chain. I did 2 in this end right here, and then I went down the back side. So I'm going to flip this towards me. And now, all this is you're going to continue to go round and round, 1 single crochet in every stitch around. No increasing, no decreasing. All just individual stitches. Now I have one right there. Kind of gets a little tight to get in there, so, and I'm going to put one there, and you'll notice these ends start curling, and that's what you want. Okay, so I'm going to go and just do 1. Now, the one thing I do want you to be observant about is when this starts to curl, it's going to start curling up this way. I want you to turn those kind of inside out and turn them towards the back, because this is your good side. You want your X's or your little single crochets to be on the outside of your trivet. It just gives this a nice finished beaded almost look, or a diagonal pattern kind of look Okay, so continue around and we'll come back when we have some more done. Okay, so I've just continued doing my single crochets, just round and round and round. Here's my, it was like this, but I want my single crochets on the outside, so I've turned it like this. So we have this like little envelope basket thing going on. But when you lay it flat, and you bring those corners in flat like this, and like I said, we're just going one single crochet all the way around. This gap will start to fill in, and when these two sides meet right here in the middle, we'll stitch those up, and you'll have this perfectly little square. Actually, I'm going to probably use this one as a pot scrubber or something, just because I was using it as an example. But when you do a very long, you get this double thickness of cotton, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And you can, like I said, use them as pot holders, trivets, whatever. So continue around until we meet right back in the center. Okay, so here we have it. When I push it down and bring my corners in, these two line right up. Now I could do an extra row at this point, but you don't want them really overlapping. And I'm going to tie off and I'm going to stitch this up. So let me do that. And I'll leave a pretty good sized tail. And when I slip stitch right at the end, only, let me put my hook back in. Slip stitch it right there at where I'm going to start sewing up. Okay. Alright, so I'm up here towards the corner. Now if you notice, it makes this little perfect little square. Alright, that's what you want. This reminds me of one of those old plastic coin purses. Okay, so I need a needle. Be right back. Alright, so I've threaded on my needle, and I've just kind of pulled my thread up here towards the top. And I am going to go under each set of stitches by going under both V's or both stitches. Okay, so I'm going to go under this one. Hoping you can see this well enough. Okay, then I'm going to go under these two. Get that out of the way so you can see it under these two. Okay, trying to keep it out of the way there. Go under these two. Nope, don't do that. Alright, and I'm working on down. And I'm going to do this till I get clear to the end. Sometimes turning it around helps, and in this case it will. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. You work all the way down to the end and tie off. Okay. So that seals up that nice seam right there. And you got the back of it. You just kind of straighten it out a little bit. Alright. So, of course, you're going to hide your tail. And you can hide it just any way that you choose to. I just kind of take it in there. Trim it. Alright. Get that out of the way. And I got a fuzzy right there. I'm going to trim. That's from a knot. Okay. So, this is the quick double thickness trivet. I just did it literally in a 3-inch, not even a 3-inch, maybe 2 3/4 inch square, just as a fast tutorial to show you. It's, like I said, it's thick. Now this size, like I said, it could be a great little pot scrubber because these little X's have great texture. It's cotton. Throw it right in your washing machine and dryer. It is not going to bother it. It's just like a cotton dishcloth. You're just a double thickness. Be a great face scrubber. You could use it, you know, it's gentle enough that you could definitely use it on your face. So, you know, great little tutorial. Like I said, I did same size hook, and I believe I chained 25 or 30 on this. Of course, right there I could probably count. It's looking about 25, 26 that I did from there to there, because you do it from corner to corner. That's your chain. So however long your chain is how long your diagonal of your square is going to be. It's not going to be the width of your square. It's going to be the diagonal. It's like measuring a TV screen. So I hope you try it. It's a great little fun project, quick, great gifts. And that's it. Thanks.